Hello everybody, and welcome to the Red Rocket Arms channel. I have a mystery pistol here for you. As you can see, it's all bundled up. Let's take a look at what we have today. Now, a little bit of history. This is I found a good deal on this, and this has a sentimental value for me. I actually was given a pistol just like this when I was about 17 years old from my father before he passed away. And it's not a pistol that I shot a lot, but it did have a lot of sentimental value. And unfortunately, I lived out west, and I did have a robbery at my house, and unfortunately I didn't have a gun safe at that time. So I actually lost this pistol and 8 others, unfortunately. So I had a chance to recover this, and we'll see what it is. Okay. Those of you that are familiar with military surplus firearms might recognize this as an Enfield. This particular model is the Enfield, and it is a British gun. It's a pistol circa anywhere from 1915 to 1940. These weapons were produced really all over the world. They predominantly produced in England. There were some that were produced in Australia. This particular weapon is, I believe, a No. 2 Mk1. Now, there may be some folks out there that have a little bit more knowledge about this than I do, but this is a British service revolver. It's unusual in that it shoots 38 Smith & Wesson. Now, not 38 Special, 38 Smith & Wesson. And one of the interesting features about this gun, you'll notice right away, it does not have a hammer. My understanding is that this was for 2 reasons. One, it was used for tankers, getting in and out of the tank. It wouldn't get caught. I'm not so sure that that's as true as maybe an urban legend. Like I said, if anybody out there knows a little more about that, I'd like to hear their answer. But my understanding is this was also a late war production, somewhere around 1943, and because of that, they took some shortcuts in production to be able to get them out on the battlefield sooner. Now, this particular weapon looks like, I don't know if you can see that very well right here, but it almost looks like it says 1942 on it. So this weapon was produced. Now, this one is an Albion, A-L-B-I-O-N. This Albion Motor Works produced a number of these. There were others as well. Obviously, the ones in Australia were a little more rare. They had a very limited production there. So we talked about this. You notice it doesn't have a hammer, or it doesn't have the spur on the hammer. It actually has a hammer, obviously. But the other thing you'll notice is this lever. And as you can see, this lever is important because when you push the lever, the gun actually breaks in the middle, and you can see that it has an ejector that ejects the shells. Now, as you can see, there are no rounds here. This weapon has already been safety checked. So let's take a little closer look here. As you can see, it has kind of a composite, it looks like almost like a Bakelite grip. It does have a lanyard ring on the bottom. It's got a steel frame. This allegedly came in blue and in black. As you can see, the actual thumb release serves 2 purposes. It serves as the release for the cylinder, which hinges in the middle, breaks open in the middle, but it also acts as part of the sight. If you can see that, I'll see if I can give you a little bit of what the sight picture would look like here. Here's what the sight picture would look like. But as you can see, the thumb release actually moves to the rear sight. Give you a little shot of the front sight here. You can see that it says it's .38 caliber. Turn around so you can see it better here. Some armorer's marks on the top. As I said, it's a #2 Mk1. I'm not sure if you can actually see that. It's very, very faint there. You can see the 1942 date. And so this is this would have been what would have been used by an officer in the field during World War II, during some of the Far East campaigns. This one's a little dirty, like I said. I just got this today. I haven't had a chance to shoot it yet. Now my understanding is that ammo for this is very difficult to find now. I haven't really looked very hard for it. I still think I do have some original ammo, but this does shoot a .38 Smith & Wesson. So if anybody has any ideas who may have that, I appreciate a heads up. But this is the 1942 Enfield #1 Mark II, or excuse me, #2 Mk1, and it's a new find for me. So I'm looking forward to finding some ammo and squeezing off a few rounds with this. So until next time, thanks for watching. I hope you'll tune in again, and until then, be safe.